Many people will give to a nonprofit in December. For most organizations, nearly 1/10 of their donations pour in during the last 3 days of the year. Joining us from the South Dakota Community Foundation on year-end giving is Beth Massa. Good morning, Beth. Now,
Hi.
Why is, I guess, first of all, lots of nonprofits, of course, will be getting lots of donations this time of year. Why is it so important for this last month?
Well, it's important because we need those nonprofits to reach their budget goals so they're not starting out in the hole in January.
Of course.
And then having to regroup and restructure what it's going to look like for the year, because they all have services they need to provide, clients they need to provide for, and that doesn't end.
And a lot of nonprofits are kind of competing with each other this time of year of seeing, can they meet their goal? Will they meet their goal? I guess if you're looking to support a nonprofit, what's the best way to kind of pick one or maybe decide how to divvy out?
I think we all have our favorites. Maybe it's our church, maybe it's our children's programming, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, domestic shelters. We want everybody to have food, so the feeding organizations are definitely popular. I think it's just pick a couple that you really believe in, that you have great experience with. Some of their people. We live in a small enough community in a small enough area that we should all know some of those people that are managing those organizations.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to also focus on this. December is I guess, high priority for a lot of nonprofits throughout the gift year, and many people looking to give, but nonprofits exist all year, just like food banks exist all year. People are hungry all year. They need their services. What's a good way of planning into the new year?
Exactly. There are many families now that do that as a group. They get together and they say, okay, what are we going to help fund this year? What are some of those organizations that we all like, we feel are important in our community, in our smaller pod of people that we deal with? And so, pick something that really interests you that you can get involved in. And it's not just the money. It's the time, it's the collecting mittens, it's putting together bags of food.
Yeah.
There are many things you can do. You don't have to always just open up the checkbook.
Exactly. Sometimes that's not always an option either, of trying to balance food, utilities, all of that. I guess as far as time, collecting mittens, are there other organizations, I guess, that you can think of or maybe help? Just your time being there also helps.
Right. I think a really good one is Meals on Wheels. They need volunteers to help, organize the plates, do the cooking, all of that, and then actually, meet those people at their door and give them their food and sustenance for the week.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, Beth. It's great always learning how South Dakota Community Foundation is so invested in our communities here in Western South Dakota.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you right after the